PMC is a celebration on wheels of our humanity and aspiration for a world without cancer. Here are some time-tested tips to keep you safe during your PMC. The PMC is a ride, not a race. If you don't have much experience riding a group, be aware that it's very different than riding alone. Ride safe, ride straight, and be predictable. Not only are we asking you to use your head, we are telling you to protect it. Wear a fastened helmet that meets the standards of the U.S. Department of Transportation and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. You need to be able to hear the traffic, emergency vehicles, and other riders around you. Radios, iPods, or anything that requires headphones are not allowed. Cell phones are not to be used while riding. No calls, no texting, and please, no selfies. We do encourage you to carry a cell phone with you to be used in case of an emergency. Always stop and get off your bike before using your cell phone for any reason. Drafting or pace lining is prevalent in the PMC. This is a technique where riders follow closely behind each other in single file to lessen the impact of wind. Even when done properly, drafting or pace lining can be dangerous. The PMC should not be your first experience with drafting. Practice pace lining and group training rides prior to the PMC. Ride at a sustainable pace, comfortable and in control. The PMC is conducted on open roads and motor vehicle traffic will be present. Riding in single file is encouraged and it will increase your level of safety. Do not ride in the middle of the road, especially when cars are attempting to pass. Staying on the right is a common courtesy and will increase the goodwill of the driver. Avoid overlapping your front wheel with the rear wheel of the rider in front of you. Should the other rider make a sudden change in speed or direction, your time to react and respond will be limited. Group riding requires attention and predictability. Riders in your group will expect you to ride straight and at a constant speed. If you drop something, don't make an immediate stop. Look around you and ease to the side of the road. Dismount and safely retrieve the object. Massachusetts law dictates that bicyclists follow the same rules of the road that motor vehicles follow. Come to a complete stop at all stop signs and red traffic lights unless otherwise directed by a police officer, a PMC volunteer, or another public safety official. Signal your intentions to turn, slow down, or stop by using proper hand signals. Hand signals for turning are as follows. For right turn signals, put your right arm straight out. Left turn signal, put your left arm straight out. When approaching intersections that require vehicles to stop or yield, the lead rider should say, stopping or slowing, and give the appropriate hand signals. When passing through an intersection, some cyclists say, clear, if there is no cross traffic. That said, make your own assessment to be sure. Change positions correctly. If you encounter a slower PMC rider, do not pass on the rider's right. Always use your voice, loud but pleasant, to communicate your intentions. On your left is used as a courtesy as you pass. In a rare case, you may find yourself passing on the right. Be sure to say, on your right, loudly and clearly, as this is an unusual circumstance. Also, be sure fellow riders are aware of approaching vehicles by yelling, car up, or car back. Riding single file can make it difficult for most cyclists to have a clear view of the road surface ahead. It is important for the lead rider to point out hazards. Announce clearly holes, glass, grates, sand, gravel, and other hazards, or point out potential hazards 10 yards before you encounter them. If an incident were to occur, stop immediately and assess the situation to determine the appropriate course of action. Do not attempt to move a seriously injured rider. Instead, secure the safety of the injured rider by directing vehicle and bicycle traffic around the scene. Use your cell phone to call 911. After calling 911, call the PMC emergency number at 1-800-WE-CYCLE or use the PMC app to report your emergency. The PMC expects every rider to be self-sufficient, know how to change a flat tire and put the chain back on the gears. Pack a kit or a saddlebag that includes tire levers, a cycling multi-tool, a spare inner tube, and a CO2 cartridge with a nozzle. A self-sufficient PMC rider should also carry a raincoat, any prescribed medications, and their keys. Hydrate and eat regularly throughout the ride. The PMC provides water stops approximately every 20 miles for the rider to eat and drink, refill the water bottles, and enjoy some well-deserved rest. The PMC route has been determined with consultation and input from many public safety partners. Arrows are placed at eye level on the right-hand side of the roadways. There are two styles of arrows, the standard and the Day 2 arrow. The Day 2 arrow is used only for the two Sunday routes, the one-day Wellesley to Wellesley Loop and the Maritime Academy to Wellesley route. Loop riders will see a mixture of the standard and two-day rider arrows. Remember, it is up to you to be responsible for your own safety and navigation as you travel along the route. Again, the PMC is not a race. It is the reward for the hard work you have done raising money for cancer research. Ride safe, and we will continue to get closer by the mile to finding the cures to cancer. Thank you.